Morgan Lowry, the Canadian Press. I have a question for Mr. Singh about today's rail stoppage. You said earlier on the picket line that you would vote against any Liberal back-to-work legislation, even if it's a confidence vote. So my question is, if it comes to that, if you do end up voting against the Liberals in a confidence vote, would that break your supply and confidence agreement with that party?
Well, we made it very clear that we would always oppose back-to-work legislation. I made that very clear to Justin Trudeau. I looked him right in the eyes and said, we will never support any back-to-work legislation. Never count on us. You'll have to go to Conservatives, who are the enemy of working people. You can go to yourself, because we know the Liberals have sold out working people again and again with back-to-work legislation, forcing them back to work, undermining their rights. So if that's the path the Liberals want to go, we're going to fight them every step of the way. We made it very clear. I said, whether it's confidence or not, I don't care. We're going to vote against any measure that attacks working people. Back to work, binding arbitration, we'll be voting against it. We'll be fighting it every step of the way. I made that abundantly clear to Justin Trudeau, and I make that clear again today.
But are you willing to break this unconfidence agreement?
Well, if it's a confidence vote, that's breaking the agreement. We always have the right to withdraw our support from the agreement that we have. That remains our position. We can always pull away. We can always break it. But I'll make it very clear. If Justin Trudeau brings in any measure that attacks workers' rights, we will vote against it. Confidence or not, agreement or not, we will vote against it, and we will stand up for working people.
Ellie Louis, Global News. So if the lockout continuing on the railway lockout, if it continues, there will be layoffs in sectors like forestry, auto parts, as goods are unable to be moved. So at what point does the national economic impact of this lockout trump railway interests and require government intervention?
Well, let's be clear about who I'm blaming for this. First of all, the first person that's at fault for why we're in this mess right now is Justin Trudeau. The railway laws are federal, and they are not up to standard. Justin Trudeau should have brought in better protections for not just the workers, but better railway safety is better for all people, all folks across Quebec and Canada. So we need those laws to be brought in. Justin Trudeau failed to do that. That's a part of why we're in this boat. Then the workers said, well, since we didn't get the laws brought in by the government, by Justin Trudeau, now we've got to fight for them at the negotiating table. We are in this mess today because CP and CN have locked out the workers. It is their fault. All the pressure that we bring to bear has to be on CP Rail and on CN Rail, who have locked out the workers. The workers wanted to continue to negotiate at the table, but CN and CP locked them out. And that's why the workers now are striking or are protesting, because they've been locked out. So let us be clear. The pressure should be on CP Rail, on CN Rail. The workers are demanding safety for themselves and for all people across this country. They're in the right. The blame should all be on the shoulders of CP and CN.